video will be another example of an indirect derivation problem. So let's get started. First row, first thing we do, show the conclusion always. Second thing, now we always make an assumption. If we can, we do assume CD. If we can't, we do assume ID. We can't do assume CD because we're not trying to show a conditional, so we'll say assume ID instead, and we'll pick the simpler one, the Q. Let's bring in our premises. There are 3. Is there a 4? No, there's not. So let's see, what can we do here? Well, 3 is a conditional whose antecedent is a conjunction and whose consequent is a sentence letter. So if we can get the antecedent, we can do modus ponens. If we have the consequent, we can do MT. So there are actually 2 ways we can go here. We have the consequent on line 5, so we can say 3, 5, MT. Now we have negation of P and Q. What are we going to do with that? Well, one thing we could do is we could, I don't know what I could do with that. But actually, we could get a contradiction with P. If we had P and Q, we would have a contradiction. And in fact, we can build P and Q. We can say for to adjoin. We build P and Q by putting together the P from line 4 with the Q from line 2, and we have a contradiction. So that's pretty good. We could also do this the other way. With MP, we could say, oh, well, with, where's that last premise? The antecedent of 3 is P and Q. I can build that from 4 and 2, and I can apply modus ponens to P and Q on the one hand, and if P and Q then R on the other hand, and I have a contradiction between R and not R. Either way is fine. This way both of these ways are slightly tricky maybe. When we did it the first way, where we did the MT, we said 3, 5, MT. Then we had to figure out, oh boy, what am I going to do with this? Well, the only thing we can do with that right now is cite it in ID with the contradiction, and so we built the contradiction 4 and 2. So that's one way to do it, or you can do it this way. Either of these are fine. Either way we get a contradiction, so they're both good. So, I don't know, let's do it with 13 and 14. And there we go.